Welcome back to another week with the Cobbler. I am your host, the Cornhole Cobbler, AJ DeSantis, and I have a pretty cool interview set up for you guys this week. I've been trying to set this up for a couple weeks, and we finally got it to happen. I ended up talking to Juwan Smith for over an hour. We got through more questions than I anticipated. He had some really good answers for things, so this may be a two-part interview. For first part today, obviously. Second part, it might go next week now. I expected to have Sissy Sewell as my next guest, and things have come up. So I will be getting her on shortly. We're just trying to work out a schedule. So Juwan Smith, his nickname is the Pizza Man. He's got a really cool motto.
No.
Grip, just rip. Again, I hope you guys really enjoy this. So before we get started with the interview, though, I want to thank some of my sponsors. We have Chris Rapicelli with Crown Homes Real Estate and First State Properties. If you're in Delaware, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and you're trying to sell your house, or if you're looking for the home of your dreams, reach out to Chris, and him and his team will get you all set up and taken care of. My next sponsor that I would like to introduce is Precision Home Designs with Steve Fisher. He is my latest sponsor. If you are looking for renovations or home remodeling, maybe you bought your house and it wasn't just quite right, and a little fix-up could do it. Or if you're in an older home and you've been putting off that project, get a hold of Steve. Let him know that the Cobbler sent you, and he'll get you all squared away and taken care of too. The next sponsor that I want to put out there is Brotherhood Cornhole. They make some of the best bags in the business, and I'm going to combine this with the Big Asp Cornhole Podcast, because the Big Asp Cornhole Podcast just started their 2025 Best of the Bags contest. If you're interested to see which of the 128 companies were chosen, you can jump on Scoreholio, put your filter to all tournaments, and search Best of the Bags. Then you can see all 128 companies. The Brotherhood Cornhole does have a little bit of an easier path because they were a really high seed, especially with their performance in this contest last year. So you'll be seeing me share this out. The voting will be coming up shortly. They do 8 matches per day. And they drop at noon every day. So Brotherhood's coming up. If we could all go out and show our support by clicking on the emoji that represents them, that would be a really cool way in supporting both Brotherhood Cornhole and the Big Asp Cornhole Podcast. And they just did an interview with Mike's Bags on Monday. Again, because they were introducing the Best of the Bags tournament. So check that out. All my links are in the link tree. And then I'm going to run a quick contest right now for you guys too. I have from my Cobbler's Corner t-shirt shop. I have an extra large. This is my Lucky Cornhole shirt. I will be giving this away to someone that shares this video out. Do make sure that you tag me in the share to make sure that I do get it recorded, and I will pull a winner next week. All right. Hey, enjoy. Lock, load, aim, and fire. All right. Welcome, Delaware Cornhole. I'm here with Juwan Smith, the Pizza Man. I'm very excited that he's on. I met him 2 years ago at Paradise. I was his first autograph on a glove. And he should be back again for Paradise again this year. So I would like to introduce you guys, so this way when he's throwing under the tent, that you guys can give him some cheers. So Juwan, would you mind introducing yourself to our club?
What's going on, Delaware Cornhole? It's Juwan Smith. I've been an ACL pro now for a year, going into my second year. I've been playing cornhole for, I think, 3.5 years now, 4 years, going on 4 years. And yeah, man, I'm just excited to be on the show and thank my guy here, Cobb, for reaching out. Man, he great guy. Met him down Delaware, and we hit it off ever since.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Where are you actually from, and what clubs do you play with?
So I'm from Southern Maryland, down by maybe some people may know Pax River Naval Base. Um, the clubs I play with is Action Lounge. That's a sponsor of mine. So big shout out to Action Lounge. Owner Matt and Carrick runs all the cornhole tournaments. Um, yeah, we get like on Friday nights, we get on average 50 people register for those tournaments, and sometimes 70 people, 75 people show up, and they're all solid throwers, man. Like it's ranked by PPR, and sometimes if you're not averaging a 8.5 or higher, you may be in the lower bracket that night, taking the top 25 players. So it's a great place to stay tuned up and to get some pressure reps and maybe win a little cash.
Yep, no, I hear that. We run almost every day of the week up here in Delaware.
Okay, nice. That's what's up. That's what's up right
So,
there.
what do you do outside of cornhole? What do you do as a job, and do you have any other hobbies?
So right now as a job, I do somewhat like electrical technician work where I'm making like harnesses and cables and wires for like the FA-18s in the military. Um, Pretty fun job, using my hands and following diagrams, drawings, and staying, busy every day and learning a lot. Very flexible job. I know what time I'm getting off every day. Wake up at about 4 every morning, 4:30. Get to work at about 6. When I get off work, I'll go to the gym on my lunch break,
Hmm.
get a nice little session in. And after, man, I'm hitting the boards for about an hour before I get home to the wife and the kids.
All right.
Yeah.
So you have probably the craziest throw I've ever seen in my life. Would it be possible if you could show us how you don't grip a bag,
Uh-huh.
you just rip it? How?
Yeah. Let me grab a set. I didn't have a set next to me. Is it cool if
Oh yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
set my
Yeah.
phone down real quick? All right. So, let's set this right here. You guys can still see. So I put the bag here on my fingertips. So I kind of like to get it flat first before
Mm-hmm.
I throw. And then I kind of just jump that up onto my fingertips like this. So this is like I can throw this right now.
And
And that is this is literally it. I mean, I try to get all angles for you.
did anyone ever try to fix it?
Yes. Yes, they have. But I was just so big into like I was so okay with being different. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was
Mm-hmm.
so okay with that. And I was not starting over because he was trying to change it probably like 6 months. No, I want to say like a year before I made pro at Worlds. And I would have never made pro. I would not be a pro to this day if I took his advice and switched my grip.
Oh,
Never been pro.
I can throw like you, but I'm not very accurate.
And I'm pretty sure I could throw like you, but I'm not accurate either. I just can't. I just can't. Now, when I go to roll, I've been practicing the roll bag pretty frequently lately, like a lot. And when I go to butterfly it like this and go to throw that,
Uh huh.
I can make that happen pretty at a pretty nice percentage. But man, I just love not gripping it, dude. It's just
Don't
I
grip,
don't even
just
know
rip.
how you guys grip the bag. I don't know how you guys do it. I just don't get it.
Oh, it sucks because I've changed my grip so many friggin' times.
Literally. And I don't know how you guys go from like in between grips in between rounds sometimes. You know what I mean?
So I have multiple grips that I use to throw because
Okay.
uh, I'm I'm a cut shot thrower, so I can throw a regular cut and a reverse cut. But each
That's dope.
each one is a different grip. So I kind of set my hand on both of them, deciding which one I want to throw because I don't like throwing a flat bag. It's not fun. A high PPR game is not fun.
I feel you. I feel you.
So
I feel you. And I know a lot of guys like that. That are like, man, I didn't come out here just to try to put every single bag in the hole. I didn't. I just didn't do it. And I'm kind of on your side with that. Like, oh
don't get me
man,
wrong, I can do it. I just don't
you're right.
like to do it because that's not
Right.
fun.
It's just not.
There's way too much pressure on it.
Yeah,
With
that's
the
very true.
with the dirtier game, you're not expected to collect those into 12. You're just expected to outscore your opponent.
And that's why I never got into. Now, when I go to nationals and I go to opens, my objective in my mind is to put every bag in the hole. However, to do that, put every bag in the hole because you got on a 6 hour flight, and there's guys out here that if you get into a dirty game with, they ain't gonna show you what a dirty game's about.
Yes.
And I'm fine with that, but I I just I just think that when people start to get too much in the PPR, they really aren't trying to win the game. You know what I mean?
100%.
They
100%.
aren't like they're running around here on Facebook talking about, oh, I threw a 10-5 PPR average in the highest of the bracket and I still lost. It's like, yeah, because you gave up 3 6s and the rest of them were 12s. But as soon as the board got sticky, you threw a 5.
So I don't like PPR rounders because people aren't playing the game, they're playing for the highest PPR. And then when the actual game starts and you throw a blocker in front, then they're like, "Oh, I hope I push this one in cuz I need an
Yeah,
open board."
because I need to exactly. And then
Yeah,
that's not even cornhole. You just trying to. There's in certain situations, in certain
agreed.
times, yes, you push through the bag. Maybe if you push through it, you're getting 3 on the round or whatever the case may be. But that's winning the game. Now, if it's he threw his first bag and you're just trying to push right through it, and you're not trying to maybe bump and replace, or step out, go around it, or airmail over top, or sit behind.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing here? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
it's boring and it's very boring to watch. Like don't get me wrong, when you hit 40, 50 in a row, that gets exciting. But how long does it take to get to that point?
oh man, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
Yeah. All right, next question. So you've been to Paradise twice now. Your first time got screwed up because of weather. However, last year you experienced it out on the bay. You also experienced Al Tortella during the tournament start raising how much was going to be paid out in prize money.
No, I actually. So my first time to Delaware wasn't the year it rained.
Oh, you were there the year before too?
I was there the year before. That was my first. That I think that was like my first year playing cornhole, like
Okay.
serious.
Okay.
And Timmy showed me. I played with Timmy.
All
I
right.
played with Timmy out there, and we did well. We got like seventh or something, like right out the money. Because at that time, like I think they only paid like top four or something like that.
It was a whole
It was
lot less money.
a whole lot less money, yeah. But it still was like it was just such a dope experience. They were raising money, and during the turn in the middle of the tournament, you'll just hear the music slow. I mean, the music go down, and you would just hear so and so sponsor just added $2,500 to the pot. Now it'll be a total of 15,000. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, it was just like.
Yeah. Well, that first year, that year you're talking about went from 8,500 was the pot to
Mhm.
20,000 ended up being the pot.
I'll never forget that day. I will never forget that. That tournament may have really made me like took the icing off the cake for the love I have for cornhole. I'm not even lying. Like, oh man, this is such a good experience.
So I interviewed Mike a couple weeks ago, and Mike
Hmm.
said like we ended up paying 32.5 out last year.
That's dope.
Mike said it's more than likely going to raise again this year.
A hundred percent.
He said he's not sure when. It could be this year, might be next year, but it will eventually be paying out $50,000.
Oh, easily. Don't be shocked if it doesn't pay out 50 this year. Don't
Uh,
be shocked.
look, I don't want to put such high expectations and it doesn't
You're
happen.
right. You're
So
right.
that's what I'm hoping to see it, but I'm
But
not. I'm
man,
not going to put that out there. I'm going to
there was a
tempt it.
lot of people. There was a lot of people last year who couldn't be there because of like a wedding or X
Uh,
Y Z. I guarantee you they won't let that happen again this year.
Jeremiah Ellis had a wedding
Jeremiah
there.
Ellis, Ryan Smith. He won it the previous 2 years with Devin
Yeah,
Harbaugh.
yeah,
Luckily, Devin Harbaugh was able to get Ryan Windsor and
and
still
still win.
hold the title. Yeah. So, but I'm pretty sure him and Ryan will run it back next year. But man,
So
it was experience.
you're a pro. You're traveling all over the place. Where does Paradise rank for you among these tournaments?
Man. So, okay, I never been to. Let me just get this out the way. It's number one for me right now,
Okay.
but I've never been to Spencer's.
Yep.
Never been to Spencer's, and the photos and the live feeds and what I hear about that tournament is sounds like a glorified
It's like
Paradise Girl.
it's Comic Con for cornhole. Yes.
But one thing I will say is I don't know if this will make it more fun and an even level playing field for everyone, and this is why they love it so much. But I know in California the wind plays a huge factor, and I've seen that on a lot of live feeds. I'm seeing bags just nosedive, so I'm not sure if I would enjoy that, and because it's happening to everybody,
Yeah.
or if I would not like it so much because it's just like I can't even get the bag. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
All
I'm
right.
not sure, man. But right now, I would say Paradise is number one for me as far as fun experience tournaments, right alongside of probably World Championship. Yep.
Yep. All right. Sounds good. All right. I asked this to everyone. Uh, let's say you're at Worlds, you're playing singles,
Hmm.
and you make it to the championship match. However,
Hmm.
before the live stream, they're going to announce your name and you get to walk out to a theme song. What's your theme song?
I'm gonna have to go with. I got a question. I got a question first.
Yep.
Should I go with something that I'm feeling now, where like it's a new song, new artist, or
And you got to
something?
use something that not only will you use it now because now people are going to recognize that song to you, that you're going to walk out to this for all your events.
Oh man. Oh, you put me on the spot with this one.
Oh, I'm going to splice the song in.
Yeah, splice that in. Oh man. Oh dude. Oh man.
If you want some help, I'll tell you what mine would be.
Yeah,
And
what's yours?
Super Thug by Noriega.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I like that.
what?
Ah. I'm loving it. Let me Oh man, this is very hard. Guys, I listen to so much music, man. You're killing me, man. I listen to so much music, dude. Man, just give me I don't know, man. I got five on it. I need something with a vibe. I got five on it.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
And I just feel like I can walk out to that with a nice pace and it can keep me mellow out and but still get me hyped though. I don't want to get too hyped for cornhole because I've tried that before and my bags go off the back of the board.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Well, if you'll stay on for a moment, I'm gonna say bye to my audience here.
Mhm.
Guys, this was Juwan Smith. I hope you enjoyed this. In fact, this may actually end up turning into a split interview because we did talk about quite a bit. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Hit like, subscribe. Thanks again, Juwan, and we'll
Thank
see you
you.
guys next week.
Hey man, thanks for having me.